Peace, YouTube. For anyone new to Winning Wednesdays, just a reminder that we go live Wednesdays, noon Eastern. We discuss current events in the stock market and any other financial markets, specifically the crypto market. Anyone interested in learning the basics of the stock market, want to keep up with current events, Winning Wednesdays is the place for you. So welcome if you're new to Winning Wednesdays. We're going to give it a minute, let everyone join in. In the meantime, there's the banner right there. Anyone, like I said, Winning Wednesdays, every Wednesday, noon Eastern. We discuss current events in the stock market. This week's a very key date, very key week. Today is a very key date. We're going to discuss a couple major events today and the rest of this week. So stay tuned for that. Got a couple of things on my notes I want to discuss. We'll get into it shortly. We're going to give it a minute for everyone to join in. I know some of you may be watching on YouTube. Some of you may be watching on X. And I think we're live on LinkedIn as well. So welcome to anyone that's now just now joining us. Andrea, peace, Andrea. What's good, Andrea? Where are you checking in from, Andrea? Where are you checking in from? Drop it in the chat where you guys are checking in from. Yeah, we're going to discuss a Liberation Day. That's in my notes. We're going to talk about it. We'll get to it. I got Liberation Day in my notes. I wanted to discuss Q1 and Q2 fiscal year, calendar year. I wanted to leave some time for any ticker lookups. I know you guys like looking up tickers. We're going to talk about Tesla Q1 deliveries, the jobs report. I wanted to also discuss Powell's speech later this week, Friday. We're going to talk about what's going on in the market currently. And I want to review what happened in the S&P in the first quarter. So a couple of things, a few things on my list in my notes today I wanted to discuss. Before we jump into any of that, I wanted to remind, I might have mentioned this last week or in a previous meeting, one of the other classes. If you want to set up a consult with me, a free 15-minute consult at my website, errolcmangle.com. Some of you already consult with me regarding options. Some of you consult with me regarding business startup. Anything you want to talk to me, check me out on my website, errolcmangle.com, and you can book a free 15-minute consult. I do ask that you be on time. I do ask that you be prepared. I only want to discuss with people that are serious. So if you're serious, if you want to take your business to the next level, if you want to take your options journey, if you want to learn the stock market in more detail, book a consult with me, errolcmangle.com. But just take it seriously. I don't want to waste my time. I don't want to waste your time. All right. Okay, so let's jump right into it. First thing I wanted to do was talk about Donald Trump's, what he calls Liberation Day. So let's jump into one of the articles I wanted to read. All right, let me share my screen here. All right, this is an article from Yahoo Finance that we're going to discuss. So let's see, let me make sure I can see. You guys can see the screen, right? You guys can see that Yahoo Finance screen? All right, hopefully I shared the screen correctly. Just give me a confirmation in the chat that you can see Yahoo Finance. I wanted to discuss an article here, this top article right here. All right, let's see here. You guys can see, right? Let me check the comments right quick. All right, okay, cool. All right, Metro Detroit. Okay, cool, Andrea, thank you. All right, let's talk about this article right here. Hopefully, I didn't mess up the tech. Hopefully, you can see the article. All right, let's go through this. This is one of the articles I wanted to discuss today right here. All right, let's see what it says. All right, Trump's tariff live updates. Says Trump will impose high tariffs on cap. Okay, all right, let's scroll down. Let's get right into the content. Let's pause that video. All right, let's see what it says. Donald Trump is set to reveal broad reciprocal duties on all U.S. trade partners in what he has referred to as Liberation Day. It's the latest escalation of a trade war that also includes plan to impose a 25% tariffs on all foreign-made vehicles this week. Okay, so vehicles, they mentioned vehicles specifically. All right, let's see what else they mentioned here. The market is keen to find out how sweeping those tariffs will be. Trump has provided mixed signals at any given moment, saying that at the weekend that he plans to start the like-for-like push with all countries. Meanwhile, his aides have drafted a proposal to put 20% tariff on most imports, or a 20% tariff on most imports. Though Treasury Secretary, this guy has said high interest rates of duties will serve as a cap for countries to bring down, according to reports. Okay. All right. Let's see what else it says here. Okay, so this is going down this afternoon, 4 p.m. Eastern. All right, Wednesday, when Trump will host an event at the Rose Garden, to announce the reciprocal tariffs. All right, so here's a quick summary of what's going down. All right, okay, so they mentioned steel and aluminum here. 25% U.S. tariff on imports of steel and aluminum from all countries took effect back in March 12th. All right, so 25% tariff on steel and aluminum. That's the first thing they mentioned. All right, steel and aluminum. What else is there? Okay, EU has responded to those metals duties with counter tariffs, 28 billion U.S. goods from April. However, the EU delayed the implementation of some of these tariffs until mid-April. All right, so we're on the second day of April, so about a couple weeks from now, including a 50% duty on American whiskey. All right, which had prompted Trump to threaten a 200% tariff on European spirits. Okay. All right. So if you're a consumer of American whiskey or spirits, there's a heads up that may or may not affect you directly. Okay. Canada, Mexico are our direct neighbors. Let's see what's going on with them. Trump's 25% across the board tariffs on its U.S. neighbors went into effect on Tuesday, March 4th. Just 2 days later, Trump confirmed the U.S. would pause tariffs on goods and services, complying with the U.S.-Mexico-Canada agreement until April 2nd, which is today. For its part, Canada retaliated with a steel and aluminum tariff with new duties on about 20 billion of U.S. goods. All right. So quickly recap: steel and aluminum, some liquor tariffs, some counter tariffs, Canada, Mexico, and China. Let's see what's going on with China. Trump has enacted new blanket tariffs of around 20% on top of existing 10% duties that went into place during Trump's first term. Okay, of course, China responded with up to 50% duties on U.S. farm goods such as chicken and pork, which went into effect Monday, March 10th. All right. And lastly, let's see what's going on here with Venezuela. Trump said the U.S. will impose a secondary tariff on Venezuela that took effect on April 2nd. Today, any country that buys oil or gas from Venezuela would face a 25% tariff when trading with the U.S. Okay, so this is a quick overview of what's going on later today, what's planned on taking effect. So some industries that may be affected: steel and aluminum, spirits, counter tariffs between the U.S.'s neighbors, China China's countering what the U.S. is doing, and tariffs on any country buying oil and gas from Venezuela. So this is a quick overview of what's going on with Trump's plans for tariffs later today. All right, so this is one thing I want to discuss today. Later on today, Trump plans on imposing these tariffs. So what's your comment or question? Any comments on that? Any comments on these proposed changes that's going into effect later today? Or will you be affected by any of these, or do you not care? Do you care? Do you not care? How do you feel about this? Let us know. Drop it in the comments. How do you feel about that? Will that affect you? Do you even care? Me personally, none of that's really going to affect me directly. I don't really. It may affect me indirectly, but it's not going to affect me directly. That's just me. You may be different. So that's one of the things I wanted to discuss today. According to Yahoo Finance, steel and aluminum countermeasures by Canada, Mexico, and China, and anyone doing business with Venezuela will face a tariff, according to Yahoo Finance. All right, so So how do you feel about that? Let's see what Andrea says. America used to be a silent bully. EJT. Trump don't care. America used to be a silent bully. They're pretty vocal to me, in my opinion. They're pretty vocal. DJT loud and proud. Yeah, he don't really give a, you know what. Let's see what else. I hate when we are at odds with our. I hate that we are at odds with our kinder, quiet northern neighbors. Kinder, quiet northern neighbors. Yeah, I mean, you can't really go around bullying people and not expect them to bully you back, right? So, you gotta know what you get into. All right, so Liberation Day is one thing I wanted to discuss today. If you're just joining us, every Wednesday, noon Eastern, Winning Wednesdays, we discuss current events in the stock market. That was one thing I wanted to discuss, Trump's Liberation Day. Another key event this week in the stock market actually occurred a little bit earlier today. I wanted to share this article I saw on CNN Money, actually CNN Business. Another key event that already took place has to do with Tesla, one of the biggest companies in the world. I want to just quickly review this article. Let me make sure I'm doing this correctly here. Tesla, here we go. All right, so this is an article from CNN Business that I came across. All right, it discusses Tesla's sales, Q1 sales. So let's just see what it says right quick. Tesla sales plunge, biggest decline in history. Okay, I mean, based on that headline alone, you think something's going on crazy. You think the world's coming to an end just by that headline. But ain't nobody gonna read it unless you got a real catchy headline. So let's see what it says right here. Let me make this a little bit bigger. You guys can see that CNN Business article, right? All right, let's see. Does it give a quick summary or no? All right, let's just skim some of the main topics here. Tesla sales plunged 30% in the first 3 months of this year, the largest drop in deliveries in history, as backlash against CEO Elon Musk and growing competition took a large bite out of the demand for its EVs. All right, we're gonna pause right there. I mean, that first paragraph is pretty crazy. Let's look at the market. What is Tesla currently at? I mean, you really can't go by headlines, in my opinion, right? If you read that headline, you think Tesla's fallen off the map, right? You think Tesla's falling out of the S&P 500 just based off this headline right here, right? Biggest decline in history, right? Big, bold, black letters, right? They know what they're doing, right? Media knows what they're doing, right? So look, crazy headline right there, crazy first paragraph right here. Now, let's look at the market. What's Tesla doing? What do you anticipate? What do you think, just based on those headlines, Tesla would be doing right now? Tesla's up 5% today, currently at 282. All right, so you're the chief executive, right, of your portfolio. You're gonna do what's best for you. You're not gonna get caught up in headlines either way. All right, so just based off these headlines in this first paragraph, you think Tesla would fall out of the S&P. Tesla's currently at 282, up 5%. All right, so let's move on. Tesla reported Wednesday that it delivered 336,000 cars in the first quarter, 50,000 fewer vehicles compared to its first 3 months last year. Results were the company's worst sales in nearly 3 years. First two paragraphs, crazy. Crazy work on the first two paragraphs. Right? All right, let's see what else we got here. Tesla has faced protests outside of its showrooms from those opposed to the actions of Musk. All right, what else? Donald Trump's presidential administration. Okay, there has also been instances of vandalism against Tesla facilities, including its charge stations as well as some of its cars. Okay. Tesla did not mention protests against the company in its sales statement. Okay. Thank you to all our customers, employees, suppliers, shareholders, supporters. What else does it say? Decline is stunning for a company until recently, reporting year-over-year sales growth between 20% and 100% virtually every quarter, a rate greatly responsible for its lofty stock price. Tesla's first modest drop in quarterly sales only occurred in 2020. All right. Last year, Tesla reported its first annual decline. All right. Okay. I mean, this first part of this article, man, it's all, doom and gloom. Again, actually, can you see this? Can you see the fear index read? Right, another measure of the fear index, the VIX, currently extreme fear in the market. All right, so let's keep this in mind when we talk about current market. When we get to when we start looking at what's going on in the market today, crazy headline, crazy article, a lot of fear, world coming to an end, all that stuff, right? What else we got here? Anything else here? All right, but I mean, you can go to CNN Business and check this article yourself. All right, so I wanted to mention this as well. Another catalyst in the market this week: Tesla Q1 delivery numbers. All right, so how do you feel? How do you feel about that? Do you even care about that? How do you feel about that? A lot of doom and gloom, a lot of fear on that article. Market's crazy up. Market's crazy up. All right, so let's get right to the current market. What's going on in the market right now? Let me take a look at my my trading view and see what's going on. All red, all green. I see all green in the market. A lot of fear, a lot of panic, a lot of fear mongering. Recession, tariffs, fear. All green in the market today. Again, your chief executive, your outcomes, you're going to decide if that's going to affect you or not. You're going to do what's best for you and your family. You're not going to get caught up in what the media is saying. You're not going to get caught up when what he or she is saying over there. You're going to make moves to best benefit you and your family. All right, so let me move on to another catalyst that I wanted to mention this week. Talked about Liberation Day. We discussed a Yahoo Finance article. We just talked about a CNN Business article regarding Tesla's Q1 delivery numbers. We got a couple other catalysts this week I wanted to mention before we moved on. Before we move on, I just want to remind anyone, this is all in partnership with the Black Business School. I'm a student first in the Black Business School. I am faculty in the Black Business School, but I'm a student first. So if anyone that's unfamiliar with the Black Business School, great free resources in the Black Business School. A lot of freedom education in the Black Business School. A lot of us went the traditional route. Traditional education may get you a job. Freedom education may get you free. So you're going to prioritize whatever education will benefit you most. So that's one thing I wanted to mention. Let's check something else. Something else I wanted to mention too. Like I said a few minutes ago, if you want to consult with me, free 15-minute consults on my website, errolcmango.com. If you do set up a consult with me, be on time, take it seriously, and be prepared. All right. You want me to be prepared? You be prepared too. All right. So if you feel that's a value add to you, you can set up a free consult with me on my website, haroldsemango.com. All right, let's move on. A couple other things I wanted to mention this week in the market. Before we get into that, I want to share my screen and let's look at what's going on in the market overall today. Let me share my trading view and let's see what's going on in the market. All right, you guys can see my trading view screen, correct? All right, all that fear talk, tariffs, DeepSeek, recession. I see all green in the market. I'm getting a little older now. My eyesight's not as good as it once was, but I do see all green right there. Let me know if you see anything different. All the major indices are just slightly up. Actually, I take that back. One mega cap is slightly down. Google, just slightly red. Eli Lilly, just slightly red. But again, all the major indices, S&P's up, NASDAQ's up, the mega caps are up, Bitcoin's up, currently at 86, just under 87,000 USD. Ethereum currently at, what is that, 1,900. A couple option plays I know you guys like, Mara. What else you guys like? You guys like my like Palantir. So let's a current look, a live look at the market, some of the tickers that I track, some of the tickers that I keep on my watch list. Pretty much all green today. A lot of fear, a lot of panic recently in the market. I don't get caught up in the day-to-day volatility. My strategy is the same. Market up, my strategy is the same. Market flat, my strategy is the same. Market down, my strategy is the same. Trump talking crazy, my strategy is the same. Trump talking regular talk, my strategy is the same. This man over there talking crazy, my strategy is the same. That lady over there talking crazy, my strategy is the same. My neighbor talking crazy, my strategy is the same. Whoever, my strategy is the same. I don't get caught up in the day-to-day volatility. I've got the long view. I'm going to stay cool, calm, and collected, and I'm going to execute at the highest level. That's my strategy. I really don't give a you know the rest. All right, so that's a current look at the market. All green, just slightly green, nothing crazy. That's a live look at the market. What do you guys think about the market? What tickers do you guys keep track of? All right, so that's a live look at what's going on in the market. Any comments on that? Any comments or questions on that? All right, let's see here. All right, let's move on. What else do I got on my notes here? A couple other things I wanted to talk about. One key event that I want to mention here. Let me see if Yahoo Finance mentions it. Let's see. If they do mention it, I'm going to share my screen and go over it. I want to see if they have any article on here about it. I don't see it on here. Maybe later this week they'll mention it as Friday approaches. Maybe they'll have an article on it. But Friday morning, the jobs report will come out. So that will probably affect the market one way or another. So I wanted to mention Friday morning's job report. If you believe, I'm surprised Yahoo Finance doesn't have anything on it here. But yeah, that's scheduled to come out Friday morning. Let me see if they have a time here. Fed. Actually, there's two things I wanted to mention besides what we talked about already. One of them was the jobs report that comes out Friday. All right, I don't see a time here, but I believe it is Friday morning. They'll mention the jobs report. So look out for that if you're unaware of that. This coming Friday, we talked about Tesla's Q1 delivery report. We talked about Trump's tariff plan. That's later today. We talked about the jobs report that's coming. Here's one other thing on my radar that you may want to keep on your radar as well, which is, let me go back here, which is Powell's scheduled to speak Friday afternoon as well. Let me just go over this paragraph that I have here. Fed Chair Powell's speech April 4th, which I believe is Friday. Jerome Powell speaks Friday at the Society of Advancing Business Editing and Writing Conference. Jerome Powell speaks Friday at the Society for Advancing Business Editing and Writing Conference. Investors will parse his take on jobs data and tariffs for clues on monetary policy. He's unlikely to commit to rate moves, but any tilt could shift markets. So be on the lookout for that. So today, Wednesday, April 2nd, is a key day this week in the market. Trump's tariffs and Tesla's Q1 delivery numbers are dropped today, or will drop today. Later this week, the jobs report will come out Friday morning, and Friday afternoon, Powell will speak. So those are two potential market movers later this week. So I wanted to mention that as well. So keep an eye out. Keep an eye out for that. So those are the things I wanted to mention. Let's go back to comments. Did I miss any of the comments? Okay, let's see here. I know I'm missing some of the chat, so let me go back to the chat. Let's see what here. What's Andrew's? The book, The New Confessions of an Economic Hitman, speaks to how U.S. has been a worldwide bully. Okay, to foreign governments. Yeah, that's true. Leaders and alphabet, the alphabet boys on it. All right, yeah. If you, check out that book recommended by Andrea. We don't even need a book to understand the U.S. been bullying people, bullying other countries. Just look at recent history, But if you want to check out that book, The New Confessions of an Economic Hitman by Justin Perkins, check out that book. I'm sure it's available on Amazon. She says it's required reading. All right. All right. Let's see what else we got in the chat. Onofuse shares of Tesla holding as EM as Elon Musk has other companies like SpaceX, Neuralink, AIX. Okay. Yep. Really comes down to entry price, right? Whether an investment's good or not really depends on what's your entry price, right? Tesla's currently at what? 282, up 5% today, over 5% today. Whether a Tesla's a good investment or not, depends on your entry price. What's your entry price? If it's 282, maybe it isn't necessarily. If you bought at all-time highs, what's Tesla's all-time high? For nearly 500. If you bought at all-time highs, maybe it isn't. If your average cost is 150, maybe it is, right? That's not just true for Tesla. That's true for any investment. What's your entry price? That plays a determining factor on whether that investment is good or not. Peace, Jen. Callie, what's up, Callie? Callie in the building. Michigan in the building. Where else? Where else in the building? Peace, Jen. If you're just joining us, we kind of talked about a couple of things in the market this week. We just discussed a Liberation Day, a Yahoo Finance article. We discussed Tesla's Q1 reports. We talked about what's going on Friday. The jobs report comes out Friday morning, and Powell speaks Friday afternoon. Let me check my notes. What else? A couple other things I wanted to discuss. Yeah, a couple of the other things I wanted to discuss was, let me go back to my share screen here. I wanted to discuss the S&P's performance in the first quarter. So what I want to do is go to the S&P ticker and share my screen there. Let me pull up the S&P. All right, let me share my screen here. Let's see here. Present, share screen. All right, let me stop sharing that one and let me share this one. Now today's the second day of the second quarter of the year, right? So let's look back at the first quarter. What happened in the first quarter? Let me make sure I got my share screen here correct. All right, let's go to the S&P chart here. Let's look back at the first 3 months of the fiscal year, year to date. All right, so anyone that's unfamiliar with the S&P, it's just the top 500 companies in the U.S. Some people use it as a gauge for the entire stock market. Let me make sure I have my year to date here. All right, so let's see year to date. Let's see here year to date. Okay, S&P currently at 564. Let me see here 3 months. Make sure this is the right chart that I want up. Okay, we got March on the bottom there. We got February on the bottom there. You guys can see that, right? Let me make sure the tech is straight. Okay, so it looks like you guys can see that. All right, so there's a 3-month chart on the S&P right there. Now we had highs back on, let's go back here. Had highs, it looks like we had highs in, towards the end of February and towards the end of January. Currently at 564, but back then we were, at 610 roughly? Just over 610 back in February. So we've been down, it looks like, the last 3 months. Looks like we started off in January at 585-ish, something like that. We're currently at 564. So January to present day, we are down. So a quick recap of the first 3 months of the year. We're currently in the second quarter of the year. So that's a quick recap of the S&P right there. We roughly went down from 585 to 564. All right, so that's the S&P right there. What do you guys think about that? All right, so here's a zoom out. Here's the last 5 years. Let me go to 1 year. All right, so there's a review of the 1 year. All-time highs over 600, now currently at 564. So what do you think about that? What's your forecast for the S&P the rest of the year? You guys invest in the S&P. How do you feel about that? All right, so I also wanted to just recap the first quarter. So that's a quick recap of the first quarter in the S&P. I wanted to also leave some time for ticker lookup. I know you guys like looking up different tickers. So if you guys want to discuss any tickers, if you have any tickers on your watch list, if you wanted to look up any tickers, discuss any tickers, any companies, feel free to drop them in the chat, and we could do so. Jen says non-emotional. Yeah, I don't have any feelings when it comes to this. I'm actually working on a training. I plan on revealing some of the details in the near future. We're going to deep dive into just that. A lot of investing is psychologically based, right? And I try to master the self-psychology that's involved in investing, and try to use mathematics and economics as my determining factor, not the emotion, not the feelings. So that's just me personally. I don't really. I'm not saying what you should or shouldn't do, but that's what's been working for me all these years. I just leave the emotions out of it. My determining factor is the mathematics and the economics. Who we got here? We got Third Hand News. What's up, Third Hand News? Where are you checking in from? What part of the world are you checking in from? We're live. We should be live on YouTube, X, and LinkedIn. So feel free to drop in the chat where you're checking in from. And also, if you want to look up any tickers, I know you guys like looking up different tickers, checking their charts. So I want to leave a few minutes for that. So if you guys want to check out any companies specifically, just drop them in the chat. Ohio in the building. We got New York in the building, Florida in the building, Ohio in the building, Cali in the building. Where else? Who else we got? What's up, El Haj? What's up, El Haj? Peace, El Haj. We got Brooklyn in the building. Brooklyn, New York in the building right here. Gwendolyn, peace, Gwendolyn. H-Town in the building. Houston in the building. All right, St. Louis, I see. Iowa, okay, so we'll get to the tickers in a minute. South Carolina in the building. New Jersey in the building. We worldwide. We don't need anybody's permission to be great. We don't need anybody's approval to be great. We don't need anybody's license to be great. We don't need anybody's certificate to be great. We don't need anybody's permission to be great. We can be that. We can do that on our own. All right, before we move on, before we start looking up tickers, I just want to mention a couple of things for anyone that's new, just joining. A couple of things here. The best way, one of the best ways to contact me is to hit me up on social media. I'm active on LinkedIn. I'm active on YouTube. I'm active on Instagram. I'm active on X. So if you want to connect with me, if you never met me in person, we can connect on social media. There's my handle, 4166 favorite. Just another announcement. About 5 weeks from now, God willing, I'll be in Miami presenting Mathematics for Millionaires. I'm going to deep dive into the options market. I know a lot of you are interested in the options market. Miami, Florida, May 9th and May 10th in partnership with the Black Business School. So for anyone unfamiliar with the Black Business School, check out theblackbusinessschool.com. We emphasize freedom education, not so much traditional education. Our objective is ownership, not necessarily job applications. So if you're interested in freedom, if you're interested in getting free, if you're interested in escaping the corporate plantation, if 40 years on the corporate plantation is not your life purpose, check out theblackbusinessschool.com. Before we move on, if you want another way to connect with me personally is check me out at my website, errolcmango.com. You can connect with me there. All right, let's get back to the business. All right, I know there's some tickers you guys wanted to look up, right? Let's get to the tickers. All right, let's see here. Philly in the building, San Francisco in the building, Pittsburgh in the house. Great. I agree with the statement right here. This is some required reading. Romeo and Juliet don't pay your bills. This book right here, this brother right here will help you pay your bills. Nuri Muhammad, I love him. Great brother. I've seen him speak in person. I love that man. Romeo and Juliet don't pay your bills. Nuri Muhammad will help you pay your bills. So check out Nuri's book, Romeo and Juliet Ain't Coming to Save You. That was required from reading for me back in the day. Romeo and Juliet Ain't Coming to Save Me. Let's see what else. I'm gonna save. I see Kevin. I see the options question. I'm gonna leave some of the options questions to the end. I want to look up some of these tickers. I know I'm missing some of these tickers. Let me go back in the chat. Riverview, Florida in the building. You know, Florida stay in the building. Georgia stay in the building. Let me get to the Maryland in the building. Let me get to the tickers. I know. I think I missed some of these tickers. All right, here we go. Let me scroll back up. IONQ. Okay. All right. Let's take a look at some of these tickers right quick. I don't want to spend too much time on here. I know you guys like this part of the meeting. IONQ. Let's see what's going on with IONQ. Let me share my screen. Let me share. Present. Let me stop sharing that screen here. Stop sharing there. IONQ. Let me see what's going on with IONQ right quick. All right. So 1 minute per ticker. Present. Share screen. IONQ right here. I know a lot of you run options plays on IONQ. All right. Let's see what's going on IONQ. All right. IONQ. Let's see here. Chart. Let me get my text straight. Here. Okay, so currently at 25.44, 1 month. There's the chart on the 1 month. Okay, so 1 month it's even up in the last month, right? 3 months it's been down. 6 months it's been down. All right. Next ticker. Let me go back. Let me go back. What else do I see? Nvidia. Let's see what's going on. Nvidia, one of the biggest companies in the world. Nvidia. Let me see what's going on with Nvidia. You guys can see my screen here on Yahoo Finance, right? All right. Let's see what's going on in Nvidia. Chart. Let me hit the chart button. All right. Currently, Nvidia's currently at 110. There's the 6-month chart on Nvidia. There's the 1-month chart on Nvidia. 1 month has been down. Let's check the year to date. Year to date, it's been down. It was touching up the 150s back in January. Currently at 110. All right, what else you got? Connecticut, Detroit. What other tickers? DMV in the building, Texas in the building, Cali, LA, Memphis, San Antonio. Any other tickers you want? We'll look up. Just drop in the chat right quick. From the D, Maryland, Philly in the building. I'm probably missing a whole bunch of things here. What's up, Alfonso? Peace, Alfonso. Georgia in the building. All right, so it doesn't look like, unless I missed a bunch of tickers, NVIDIA and IONQ. NVIDIA and IONQ. All right, we looked at the S&P ticker a few minutes ago as well. All right, what is that? What is this one here? TSLL. TSLL. All right, let's check TSLL very quick. TSLL. Let's check TSLL. What's going on with TSLL? Let's see what company this is. Okay, so it's it's Tesla on steroids. Tesla on HGH. Tesla on horse tranquilizer. Tesla on steroids. Tesla on what else? All that stuff. All that stuff on HGH, steroids, all that. All right, let's see what's going on. Currently at 11. 1 month chart. It's down a lot. 1 month chart. 6 month chart. It's down. Year to date down. 1 year up. Looks like 10%, 9%. 1 year. Okay, so that's a quick summary on the TSLL. DC T Briggs, is that were you repping DC, or is that the ticker you're trying to look up? What else? Andrea says about Nvidia last year pre-split. I have confidence Jensen will dominate the sector for 6 years out. Big moat, long-term view. Yeah, good for you. Nvidia is the best dope man on the block right now. They serve everybody. They don't discriminate. They serve in everybody. Let's see here. What else we got here? What level of Yahoo Finance do you use? Thanks. I want to choose a plan. What level of Yahoo Finance do I use? What do you mean? What level do I use? I just look at the charts on Yahoo Finance. He's repping DC. I got you. DC in the building. DMV in the building. DMV in the building. DC. DMV in the building. I got you. But to answer your, I think that was that Alfonso? What level of Yahoo Finance do you use? I don't know how to answer that question. I just look up tickers in the search. Oh, here we go. Okay, cool. All right. Let's go quickly through these. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. Couple ones that we haven't looked up in the past. STNE. STNE is what? Stone. All right. Let me see if Stone Limited. What do they do? They're in IT. They're in the tech field. Okay. Let's quickly look at the chart right here. 5-day down, 1 month up. Okay, 1 month up a lot. Is that 1 month? 6 month down, year to date up. I never heard of this company. What do they do? 1 year down. Okay, that's a quick wrap on the STNE. What else was it? All right, I'll just skip through a couple other ones I'm not familiar. Let's go to Root. Let's look up Root right quick. Let's look up Root, ROOT. What do they do? ROOT, Root. What do they do? Okay, they're on the NASDAQ, it looks like. They're in financial services. Okay, currently at 125. 5-day down, 1 month down, 6 month up, year to date up, 1 year up. All right, it's a quick wrap on the Root. What else we got? Okay, let's see here. What's up, L? That's my man. That's my man, King L, right here. What's up, L? TGT. Let's take a quick look at TGT. I think people are trying to boycott TGT not too long ago. Did it even affect their bottom line? Let's take a quick look. Let's look at. Okay, let me look up Target and then I'll look up one more. Let's move on. Okay, so currently at 105, 106. 1 month down, 6 month down, year to date. Okay, so Target's dropped a lot. Looks like 1 year down. Okay? So 5 years up. All right. So back in what 2021, I see all-time high. Back in what is that? July 2021, over 250. Now at 108. So if you like Target. If you believe in Target, check out Target. All right, let's do one more. Let's do this one right here. Is that Chewy? CHWY? Are they located in Florida? CHWY, is that Chewy? Let's look up Chewy right quick and then let's move on. CHWY. Chewy. What do they provide? Pet service, pet products. Is that right? Consumer cyclical. That's the industry that they're in. That's the sector they're in. Okay, so Chewy currently at what, 33.5, 1 month down, 6 months up, year to date down, 1 year up, 5 year. Okay, wow. Chewy was at its all-time high back in early 2021, looks like, over 100, about 120, something like that. Currently at 33. Chewy having a tough time. All right, so that's a quick summary on Chewy. Let me stop sharing that. All right. Here's a question. Yeah, I wanted to leave some time for some Q&A. I'm not an expert. I'm a student first. Let's go some Q&A. If you have any comments or questions, drop them in the chat. We'll get to some of them. Can AI assist with stock investing? I'm not an expert in the AI field, but AI can probably assist in stock investing. But my 2 cents is to learn it for yourself first. You're the original AI, right? You're the original intelligence, right? AI is a artificial intelligence. You're the original intelligence. So I'm sure it can. And whatever it can do today, I'm sure it can do 10x, 100x, 1000x tomorrow or in the future someday. But my 2 cents is to learn the game first yourself. You're the chief executive of your outcomes. You're going to make the best decisions for you and your portfolio. My advice is to learn the game yourself and then maybe use AI later on. Who's this? Brian. What's up, Brian? What are you checking for on the charts in relation to selling stock options? I don't really use the charts too much. Again, if anyone just joining, my determining factors, for me personally, I'm not saying for you to do this or not to do this. My determining factors are the mathematics and the economics. So I look at the option chain more so than the charts. What are you checking for the charts? But if I do look at the charts from time to time, I may check RSI, I may check Bollinger Bands, things like that. I'm AI with this. I ain't got no emotions with this. All mathematically based. Ticker PBR. What's PBR? What is PBR? What company is PBR? Andrea says Target is owned by an umbrella company, but yes, Target is down starting before the DEI boycott. Okay. All right, so let me hide that one. Linda asks, coming in late, what platform were you using to check the history of the stock? You could do that across different platforms, but a few minutes ago I was using Yahoo Finance, one of the key resources I use, Yahoo Finance, along with TradingView, along with, I think we're looking at CNN Business a few minutes ago. Those are some of the main platforms I use. Do you sell covered calls on stock that drops past your protection puts and cost basis? All right, so this is a more of an options question. I don't want to dive too deep into the options question. I'll give you a quick rundown, though. If you want a detailed rundown, just join one of the options classes. Do you still sell covered calls on the stock that drops past your protection post and cost basis? Short answer, yes. Tesla car just crashed in my park. Let's see what Indiana Barry says. If you have any comments or questions, drop them in the chat. I'll try to get to them. Okay, I live with kids and I have to feed and other thing I have on that list. A Tesla car just crashed in my parked car. A Tesla car just crashed into my parked car. Okay. All right. I'm not sure how to respond to that. Hopefully everyone's all right. Hopefully there's no. A car can be replaced, right? Your family can't be replaced. Okay, so Brazil Petroleum. All right. Let's rock that one. That one's a new ticker. I'm not sure with that one. So let me look up what the ticker was. Peter Barry Randolph, PBR. All right, let's look at that right quick. PBR. All right, let me try to share my screen again. PBR. Let me share my screen. Okay, so here's PBR. They operate in the oil and gas sector, energy sector. All right, one day. Okay, let's currently at 14 and some change. 5 day up, 1 month up, 6 month down, year to date up, 1 year down. Let's go to the all time. All time is okay. All time it's up, but it looks like their all time high was back in 2008. Wow, it's 2025 now. So if you believe in this company, take a look at PBR. All right, let's get back to the comments. Oh, what do we have here? So the shares I bought aren't doing so. All right, this is good. Might be. So the shares I bought aren't doing so good now. So should I just hold them until the market rise? Thank you. I'm not going to say what you should do. I could discuss what you could do. So the shares I bought aren't doing so well now. Should I just hold them until the market rise? That's up to you. That's a decision you need to make. At some point, you got to make an executive decision. You're the executive of your portfolio and outcomes. I'm not going to recommend anything that you should do. If you want to get into a deeper discussion, check out a book. You can book me for a consult. I don't mind deep diving into your portfolio and discussing details at that point. But on this meeting, in this call, on these Wednesday meetings, I don't want to deep dive into what I should do. I don't mind discussing what you could do on a consult or in a private meeting. Let me go back to the comments. Comment section. All right, let's. Okay, so this one. Okay, so I'm missing some of these comments. Forgive me. This is not a stock options class. This is a general stock market class. We discuss current events, what's going on in the market today, what's going on in the market this week. That's the general objective of this class. I know a lot of you like stock options. A lot of you know me through the stock option context. My objective is to discuss the current events in the stock market. I don't want to deep dive into options on this call. Again, you can book me for a free 15-minute consult at my website. If you do, be prepared, be ready. One strike and you're out on those consults. So take your time serious. Take my time serious. If you want to deep dive into options, that's not. I don't want to leave that. I don't want to discuss options too much on this call. All right. Let's see what else we got. Please post the time meeting information. This class every Wednesday. Every Wednesday, noon Eastern. Winning Wednesdays. Again, the objective is to discuss current events in the stock market. Discuss today, for example, we discussed Liberation Day. We discussed Tesla's Q1 deliveries. We discussed what's going on this coming Friday. I don't want to deep dive into any options topics on this call. What time frame or how far out are your option trades? Again, I'll give you a short answer. I stagger my expiration dates. That's the quick answer. Okay, thanks. WhatsApp or website, Brian? Again, the best ways to contact me are through my website, errolcmango.com. I'm going to throw up the banner right quick. errolcmango.com. Check me out on my website there. You can connect with me there. You can connect with me on social media. Just search my name. You can email me. My email should be on my website. If you do email me, just CC the Black Business support at theblackbusinessschool.com. I do have classes through them. A couple ways to contact me right there. Let's get back to the comments. What's your website? My website is errolcmango.com, my name.com. The invite was highlighting options discussion. Okay, where do you see what invite are you talking about? I want to leave the detailed options discussions for the other classes. Did it discuss Cory Booker's 19-hour filibuster talk on the House floor? Okay. I don't know anything about Cory Booker's 19-hour filibuster talk on the House floor. I don't know anything about that. Is that something you saw on CNN Business or Yahoo Finance or any of the major credible financial news websites? I'll put that on my list. Maybe I'll look that up. Cory, I mean, what is it meant? Can you give us a quick summary on what it is? Cory Booker, what's he saying? What's going on with Cory Booker? I don't even know who that is. Okay, let's see here. I know people love options questions. People love options. A lot of us make a lot of our income through options. Options is a cheat code. Options can speed up your financial goals, no doubt about it. But this class, I want to keep just as a general stock market discussion. Again, if you want to discuss option detailed discussions, you can book me. You can sign up for one of my paid classes through the Black Business School. I'll give you real information. Bloomberg's new, this is a good one here. Bloomberg. Another good resource is Bloomberg. Several good financial resources. Forbes, another one I follow. So any other comments or questions, drop them in the chat. All right. Drop them in the chat right here. Drop the, again, anyone new this week, Winning Wednesdays, noon Eastern, every Wednesday. We go live on YouTube. We go live on X. We go live on LinkedIn. A couple other platforms you might see us live on. Again, I wanted to leave some of the detailed option discussions for other class. The objective of this class is just general current events in the stock market. Again, anyone coming in late, you can book me for a free consult on my website, errolcmango.com. One strike and you're out, though. You missed that meeting. You're not prepared. One strike and you're out. I take my time seriously. I expect you to take your time seriously. I expect you to take my time seriously. I do provide free 15-minute consults if you are interested. What else we got? What else we got? Any final comments or questions? My goal is to go live every Wednesday for 1 hour. Again, Liberation Day today. Tesla's Q1 delivery earlier today. Later this week, we've got the Fed speaking. Powell speaks later this week. And we got the jobs report coming this week on Friday. Let's go a couple other comments. What is your take on buying stock right now with the market being so volatile? Any particular sector to focus on? My take on buying stock right now is I got the same strategy. Volatility or no volatility. Hurricane, pandemic, epidemic, tsunami, wildfire. I've got the same high volatility, low volatility. This person talking crazy, that person talking crazy. I got the same strategy. I got the same approach. I'm dollar cost averaging every week. I may lump sum buy every week. I don't really let the short-term volatility dictate what I do. I don't really let the media dictate what I do. I don't really let this person or that person dictate what I do. I'm the chief executive of my outcomes. So what's your take on buying stock right now? I'm buying. Any particular sector to focus on? This is just my 2 cents. I'm not an expert. Your opinion holds the same weight as my opinion. I'm always looking at tech. I'm always looking at healthcare. Take a look at consumer discretionary, consumer staple. Take a look at, take a look at especially consumer staples. Those two, those consumer staples for sure. Take a look at that one. Congressman. Okay, New Jersey Congressman. Okay, great public spirit. Okay, I think I am familiar with him. I think I know the face, just not so much the name. Did on T Briggs. Okay. I know business and mathematics. I don't know politics that much. He spoke for 20 plus hours, man. I can't barely speak for 20 minutes. 20 hours, that's crazy. That man needed to be in the Guinness Book of World Records if he spoke 20 hours. 20 minutes, a lot of my experience just dates back to business school. One of the main concepts they teach in business school is, get to the point and go sit down, shut up. Be concise, man. If you have a whole bunch of fluff, if you have a whole bunch of filler, you don't know what you're talking about. So I always think back to business school back in the day. Get to the point, shut up and go sit down. Be concise. Go shut up and go sit down. So that's just I'm not saying that. I got a lot of memories from business school. One thing that always stuck out in my mind and back to business school, be concise. Speak concise, write concise. Go sit down. Okay, so there's a whole bunch of tickers right here. Some of the ETFs. XLE, I think, is energy. One of those energies might be. Yeah, if you're interested in any of those sector ETFs, I believe some of those Andrea just put up in the chat. 24 hours, yeah, I can barely speak for 24 minutes. I get to the point in 24 seconds. All right. He's in line for longest speech. Yeah, that's crazy. He made history. If he's speaking that long, he made history. All right. Just to recap, Winning Wednesdays every Wednesday, noon Eastern. We're going to talk about ongoings in the stock market, current events in the stock market, current news. I know you love options. I love options too. Options is a great way to cut out the middleman. Options is a great way to shit on HR. HR shits on us. We're going to shit on HR right back. If you're interested in options, holla at me. Maybe book a consult with me. Check out one of my classes in the Black Business School on options. I am not an expert. I can just do basic mathematics and I can master self-psychology. Because of that might make me good at options. All right, thank you for your time. There's no meeting without you people joining in these meetings every week. All right, news. Okay. 24 hours is crazy. All right, y'all. Wednesday, noon Eastern. Winning Wednesdays, we go live on YouTube. We go live on X. We go live on LinkedIn. We don't need anybody's permission to be great. We don't need anybody's validation to be great. We don't need anybody's cosign to be great. My objective is financial freedom. My objective is not to go kiss another man's ass. That's just me. That's not just my objectives. You may have different objectives. No problem. Nothing wrong with that. All right, y'all. Replay will be available on YouTube shortly after. Again, my name's Errol C. Mango, and I am just a free colored man. Check you out next Wednesday. Peace.